Welcome to the ending credits for Crysis. This has been Let's Play Crysis, and I have been BurningDogFace. That's actually a pretty awesome game, I'm not gonna lie. If I have one big complaint to make, it's the incredibly sharp division between the part of the game where you fight Koreans and the part of the game where you fight aliens. I mean, you'd seen aliens before that, but you know, it's like, oh, here's a glimpse of something weird, something spooky's going on in this island, you know? I mean, the Korean part of the game literally ended with a boss fight against General Kyung. You know, that could have been the game right there. Not to mention that, the Koreans are a lot more fun to fight than the aliens. I mean, not just because the aliens are so much more powerful, but because really the only strategy you could have with them is to treat them as bullet sponges. Just hose them down until they die. Can't imagine there was a spot on there where a headshot would have been very useful. You know, maybe if they'd mixed it up, have a little three-way war going on towards the end, the Americans, Koreans, and aliens fighting all together. That would have been really interesting. Actually, I do have one other comment about something that would have made this game better. A cooperative mode. I really, really like the Halo series. I've mentioned it quite a few times throughout these Let's Plays I've done. But the reason I play them is so I can play through the campaigns with, you know, with my brothers and my friends. It just becomes so much more fun than playing by yourself. Volodymyr Andropov. Great name. So it's like the third Dmitri I've seen so far. But yeah, I mean, especially this game. I mean, look at everything you can do with a nanosuit, and then imagine there's someone else playing with you who could do the same thing. I mean, I suppose, you know, this game does have a competitive multiplayer mode, but that would just be deathmatch with a nanosuit. Imagine the strategies you could come up with. I mean, last night, you know, it occurred to me, remember that video where I crashed the front gate of a compound in a pickup truck? That was such a stupid plan. I can't believe that worked. Okay, imagine I crash the vehicle, I crash the pickup truck into the front gate, I get out and run like hell, everyone chases after me, and then player 2, still sitting in the passenger seat, decloaks, gets out, and just hoses everyone down from behind. And when you're dealing with a nanosuit, this stuff can get really interesting. Still, that last bit was a real slog. Took so much damage from, well, I couldn't even tell sometimes what was killing me. That freeze ray didn't do me any favors. Well, there is something to be said for firing a nuclear missile up the ass of a giant spaceship. So yes, I would absolutely recommend Crysis if you have the machine to support it, and you don't mind the fact that it doesn't end as strong as it begins. You know, a few people have asked me if I'm going to LP Crysis 2. Well, I would love to play Crysis 2. But, you know, I don't have it. Sorry, I got distracted there. My phone rang. I'll have to call them back. Ooh. Heartfelt thanks to our families, friends, and fans for supporting us through to the end. You helped make it happen. I thought I was a fan of Crytek before I played Crysis, but as I explained in that one video... Wow, they're really going all out. As I explained in that one video, the game I liked was actually made by Ubisoft, so... I make a big deal out of this. I made a big deal previously over the don't be a dick to developers policy I have, but the truth is, I've pre-ordered Alice Madness Returns, and I'll be very strongly tempted to just make videos of that as soon as I get it in my hands. I'm not going to lie. I mean, yeah, Crysis 2, Dead Space 2... I'd love to make some sequels to my Let's Plays. You know, Nomad doesn't show up in Crysis 2, but I know for a fact that Prophet does, so it'd be nice to catch up with him. I have no word on whether Psycho makes an appearance or not. I have it on pretty good authority that Aztec will not be making any further appearances. Pretty good music in this game, too. The reason the credits are so jerky is because the frame rate here is inconsistent. It keeps bouncing back and forth between 60 to about 25. Should I say Japanese marketing? Oh well, whatever. I wonder what language the bad guys speak in the hardest difficulty in the Korean version of the game. Jazz Wang. Sorry, dude, but that sounds like a porn star name. That game wasn't quite as bad as some endings I've seen, but I heard a quote the other day that I really liked. It was to the effect that if a game ends with the implication that the real fight has yet to begin, presumably in a sequel, then the game should also end with you getting 50% of your money back. I know that would have taken the sting out of Halo 2. But this wasn't so bad. It's like, we've just won a major victory, and now we're just not going to stop. Although, as I understand it, Crysis 2 takes place in Manhattan, so they totally skip that part. It's several years later, I think. I mean, they've had time to develop a new level of the nanosuit. Question and answers, trading card game manager. Electrocardiogram. I haven't seen any cast yet. I must have missed that. Any voiceover actors. I think I remember hearing that Prophet was voiced by the guy who played President Palmer on 24. And I forgot to look it up before I started today's videos. Close quarters combat, not applicable. Oh, here we go. That was Claudia Black? I don't recognize her at all. I don't know who James Vincent Meredith is. Greg is Sunmark. I don't know him either. Suit voice Jonathan Kidd. It's kind of interesting that they had to that they recorded all these voices in different countries. I mean, they did a pretty good job of making Psycho in particular sound conversational when he was talking to you, and it's very difficult to do that if it's not if the lines aren't actually recorded consecutively. Crytek Executive Management. Is it just going to loop around? I should have been paying more attention at the beginning. Now, I know I've seen Doug Binks before. I think it's looping around. And if it isn't, then I apologize to anyone whose name hasn't appeared yet. Well, that will do it for Crysis. It's like I said in one of the videos. I have Crysis Warhead, but I figure we could both use a break from this particular brand of first-person action. So I'm going to be following this up with something entirely different. Until my next video, I'm BurningDogFace. See ya.